Already I have something to talk about. Before my lesson started to play on my iPad, there was an advertisement playing for, I can't believe this, psychic readings through your mobile phone. Have you ever heard such twaddle, such bunkum, such fraudulent behaviour? I can't believe. What about you? Do you believe in psychic powers? Do you believe there are psychic people who can read your mind and tell your future? If you do believe it, it's okay, you can. But personally, I don't. And I was most amused to find an advertisement playing just before my live stream started for a lady who can read people's futures through someone's mobile phone. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's made my day. Here we go then, we are back together and it's a lovely day today. You don't need to be psychic to see that we are having a lovely day here in England. Yes, it is English Addict live right now from the birthplace of the English language, which just happens to be, oh my goodness, England. Is there anybody there? Oh, there you are. Oh dear. Hi everybody, this is Mr. Duncan in England. How are you today? Are you okay? I hope so. Are you happy? How is your future? Have you ever had a psychic reading from someone, either face to face, in person, or through your mobile phone? Really? Has anyone done that? Now, if you haven't already guessed, I'm not really a believer in all of that. I don't believe you can see a person's future. If you could really see the future, if you could actually see the future, everyone at the weekend would win the lottery. When you think about it for a second logically. If you can actually see the future, then you should be able to predict everything. So you should be able to predict the lottery numbers for this weekend because you're psychic. So you are either psychic and you can see the future, or you are not psychic and you are just a con artist, taking people's money, taking money from vulnerable people. Anyway, we might talk about that again later on. We will see what happens. We will see where the future takes us, because I have no idea. And yes, this is live. Hi everybody, I hope you are feeling good. My name is Duncan. I talk about English. I love the English language. That is one thing I know for sure. You don't need to be psychic to work that one out. I love the English language. You might say that I am an English addict. And yes, we have had a super month. I've really enjoyed myself here during this month with my special live streams to celebrate this. Not my hat. We're not celebrating my hat. We are celebrating 15 years on YouTube teaching English. And we are doing something slightly different today. I'm going to show you some video clips. I am going to show you one of my very early videos that I made 15 years ago. We are going to go back 15 years when I was still living in China. So we are going to look at one of my very early videos that I made whilst I was still living and working in China. The quality isn't very good, and nor am I. But It will be interesting to see what I looked like all those years ago when I still had my hair and my youth before I went all wrinkly and old. Hello everyone, yes, we have made it all the way to Friday. It is that great day. It is, of course, the prelude. Oh, I like that word, by the way. It is the prelude to the weekend. It is Friday. What will happen this weekend? I don't know. And nor do you. And that's one of the exciting things about life, I suppose. We have no idea what is coming our way. We have no idea of what is round the corner. We don't. No one does. And that's one of the exciting things about this, you see. Not this, but everything. Being alive, having life, being able to witness the new day as it arrives. It's a great feeling, it really is. We have the live chat. Nice to see you here. Yes, I am here today live. Something different today. I'm going to show you some videos. We are also having a chat as well. Don't worry. I haven't forgotten about you. I will say hello to you right now because we have the live chat as well. Hello to... very interesting. First, on today's live chat, a very interesting state of affairs. A state of affairs is the situation that is happening at this moment. We have a very interesting situation on the live chat. Beatrice. Hello, Beatrice. Guess what? You are first on today's live chat. I'm not sure what my energy level is today. I'm not sure if my energy level is high or low or in the middle. I haven't decided yet. I'm not feeling too bad, but I really wish I could be outside at the moment. I should really do one of my live streams outside because it seems such a long time since I was outside doing my live streams. It does seem a long time. A very long time, indeed. If you are wondering, yes, it has been a long time. There is a reason for that at the moment because the weather is now changing. It's becoming cold. In fact, this morning it really did feel cold. In fact, I think maybe this weekend we might have some frost in the morning, and that is a good sign or a very clear indication that winter is coming. We haven't even had autumn yet. Most of the trees are still green. It doesn't even look like autumn. Anyway, well done, Beatrice. Congratulations to you for being first. In second place, Vitas. Oh dear. We also have Bem. Hello, Bem 2022. It would appear that you are looking forward to next year because you have mentioned next year in the name of your channel. Hello Abdul, hello Monica, nice to see you here as well. Hello also Mayuri. Oh, by the way, Mayuri, I saw your photograph today on your Facebook. Very nice to put a face to a name. A big hello to you in India. Hello also to... Oh, here we go. I was about to mention this man. Luis Mendez. Luis Mendez. Nice to see you here. I was worried about you yesterday. Can I just say, I was a little concerned about Luis because I was catching up on some news yesterday and I noticed there was a report about the weather in France, in Brittany, which I happen to know is where Lewis is at the moment. So I was a little concerned to hear that you've had some rather violent storms, heavy rain, strong winds. So I was slightly worried, especially because you weren't here yesterday. I didn't see you yesterday on the live chat, so I was a little bit concerned. But it's good to see you here, Lewis, and I hope you were enjoying your lovely break as well. I hope you didn't suffer too badly during the storms. Narahari, hello Narahari, nice to see you here as well. Nice to see so many people already here. Abdul, hello, good evening, and love from Kuala Lumpur, the muddy river. Hello also to, hello Alessandra. Alessandra says, I don't believe it. I think you are talking about psychics. Psychic people who believe they can see the future. If they could see the future, why didn't they forecast all of the bad things that have happened in the world? Why did they not foresee 9/11? I think they should all be prosecuted for not telling us about it. They decided to keep it to themselves. So all of the bad things, all of the terrible things that have happened in the world, all of those psychic people didn't even tell us about it, about any of those bad things. So I'm pretty sure they're not psychic. I think so. I know some people do believe it, and I know for some people it is a great source of comfort. But I think there are lots of people who take advantage of those who believe and want to believe, and in some cases are quite vulnerable as well. Hello, Dulmina. Hello to you. DM Dung is here as well. We also have Sandra Gonzalez. Nice to see you back also. It is always nice to see some old faces and old names from the past. And I have a lot of people now who follow and watch who have been with me for many years. So I always appreciate that. Ricardo says, Mr. Duncan, what about the healers, faith healers? Well, I think faith healers are very similar to psychics. They are providing some sort of hope or some sort of brightness that might be missing in someone's life if they are suffering from something. So I suppose if you become ill, maybe you become desperate. Maybe if you are in a situation where things are really going badly in one way or another, we often turn to something as a last resort, your last chance, your last hope. And I suppose you might say that psychics, people who can read the crystal ball and look at your future, or maybe a faith healer who says they can get rid of your pain in your back, or something more serious, but not from my point of view. I don't really believe that is a thing, or else we would have no doctors, we would have no hospitals, we would have no need for the medical profession if people could just rub their hands together and heal people with their hands. We wouldn't need doctors and nurses at all. We wouldn't need anything. It's a little bit like hair restorer. There are lots of people who produce chemicals and things that you put on your head to bring back your hair. It's very similar. So I always put those things in the same category. It is giving someone a little bit of hope, a little bit of faith in something they believe or want to believe. So growing your hair back, if there was something that you could put on your head and make your hair grow back, there would be no bald people in the world because everyone would want it. Everyone would buy it and use it. And then the world will be full of hairy people. But it isn't, because there is no cure. There is no way of bringing back your hair if you have lost it. There you go, you see. I'm sorry if this is sounding a little negative. I don't mean to be negative, but it's just what I think. Because I don't know. Sometimes I just think too much about things, maybe. Hello to Min Tu Tran. Hello to you as well. Tatiana, nice to see you here. Mr. Duncan, you look very nice today. Thanks, that's very kind of you. Hello also to Oim. Very nice to see you here as well. Hello also to... Oh, that's interesting. My live chat has just stopped working. Come back, please come back. Christina, hello to you as well. As I mentioned, I'm celebrating my 15th anniversary, 15 years on YouTube, and I thought it would be interesting to have a look at some of my very early videos. Maybe these are videos that you've never seen before, especially the ones that I made when I was still living in China, which is where I created my YouTube channel all those years ago. So we are going to have a look at some of my videos. Here is one of my favourite videos, and this is where I was walking around and I was enjoying some of the sights and some of the sounds of the place I was living in whilst I was in China. So here is the first part of 2 parts of one of my many adventures in China.
Welcome to Baotou. Baotou has many shops, many places to visit, and it's also a very exciting place if you're looking for adventure and something a little different. There are many banks here in Baotou, so withdrawing money is no problem. So as you can see, I have my little ATM card here, and there's the ATM machine. So now I'm going to take some money out and go spending. Over here, come on, follow me. Come on, don't be shy. Okay, now I have to put the card in the machine. Fortunately, we have English and also Chinese, so I can enter my PIN number. My PIN number is private. Okay, here we go. Money coming out of this hole. Watch this hole very carefully. Oh, take card first, and there we go. La, 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 la. You see? And there it is. Some lovely, lovely moolah. So that's it. So as you can see, withdrawing money here in China is very easy, and taking out money here in Baotou is just as easy. One of the amazing things about Baotou is the way it's changing. Every year, Baotou becomes more developed. Many new buildings are being constructed every day. Around Baotou, the city is constantly changing. Here in Baotou, there are many places to shop. Every street corner seems to have a place to buy local food and also Western food as well. From bread to noodles, from rice to eggs. Everything is available here in Baotou. This is the famous 51 market. Here at 51 Market you can buy almost anything. Groceries, vegetables, fruit and meat. Let's have a look around. Come on, come on. So tell me, Mr. Jiang Wei, what do we have here?
There are a lot of stuff like peanuts,
Peanuts?
and there's the yellow one over there,
Okay.
and also the date.
Oh,
Dates.
the big ones at the front here are dates. Okay.
Yes, you can see many different types of dates.
Okay.
Some of them are processed. Like this, you can see a big hole inside.
Oh, yeah.
I'll pick one sample for you. You see, it's date.
It's got a hole in it.
Yeah.
What's this here? This strange thing here? What is it?
You mean this?
Yes.
This is dried sweet tomatoes.
It's tomato.
Tomato. Yeah.
Really?
But it's dried, very dry.
That's amazing.
You can take a close look. It's dried because of the sweet things came out, so it's very white.
So that's actually tomato.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. And this lady here is very, very kindly allowed us to look around her shop. 谢谢. Oh, look, they're selling Christmas decorations here. So, come on, let's have a look. Let's see if I can buy something. It's time to test my Chinese skill. Now, I like this. This can go on my front door in my house. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I don't know how much it is, so I have to ask. 你好。这个多钱？你好。这个多少钱？10块。10块？对。10块。10 yuan， 10块。OK。好了。我要。你要。Okay, I have to find my money now. Somewhere.
Well, I guess Mr. Duncan has no change. Let's see what's fine.
好，给你找钱啊。
好了。You see? Did you see that? My Chinese is not very good, but it helps me to survive. And now I have my Santa Claus. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to win. 10块。
我跟人说10块。
10块？
这个拿不成，这8块一张。
哦 ，it's 8块。
8块一张。
好了。
2张是16。
OK，好了。
好，那你就给他转。
So I think it's actually 8 yuan for one, and it's 16 for two. So it's actually 16块. Nice. Okay. And these little children here. Hello. Oh, okay. Hi. Hello. Oh, look. I think they're very shy, just like me. Okay, I'm waiting for my change. My change is coming now. 34啊。谢谢。好了。Okay, there you go. I got my change. I got my Father Christmas. Okay, come on, let's go.
something a little different. Going way back to 2006, 15 years ago. Oh my goodness, was I ever that young? Well, clearly I was. Quick fix. I hope you enjoyed that. Something very different. We will have a look at part 2 of that in a few moments. Thank you for joining me today, by the way. Yes, it is lovely to see you on Friday. I don't know what you are doing at the weekend. Ricardo says, oh, Ricardo, Mr. Duncan, you look young and fit. Thank you. What you mean now or then? Probably then. But China is loud and people often spit in the street. I don't think as much nowadays as what used to happen, but you are right. Yes, it can happen. But I think over the years, certainly since I was in China and certainly since I was living there, which was a long time ago now, things have changed a lot, including that particular city that I just showed you. It is very different now. The bicycles have almost disappeared. It is mostly cars, and there are lots and lots of huge new condominiums and lots of new buildings that have been built over the years since I left, which was in 2007. So certainly over the past 10 years, that particular place and many parts of China have changed a lot. They have become much more developed. Christina says, Mr. Duncan, your accent was different in 2006. Maybe it was. And the other thing you might notice as well is my voice sounded a little smoother back then. Because I've been using my voice so much over the years, I think my voice has become a little more, what's the word? Gravelly. Oh, I like that word. Gravelly. Gravelly. If we describe a person's voice as gravelly, it means it is rough. So I think my voice has changed a lot over the years. Hello to Bab. Hello, Bab. Nice to see you back. I believe you were joining us last week as well. So it is good to see you back. Always nice to see people return after their first visit. I'm so glad that this didn't put you off. This did not discourage you too much from watching again. Vlaxido says China is not good. Well, you might look around the world and find that there are many countries that have some good and some bad. I will be honest with you, whilst I was living in China, and I don't think you can really judge a country until you've actually lived there for a long period of time. So my conception or my preconception of China was a lot worse than what I found when I went there. Lots of good things. Of course, there are bad things as well. A lot of people complain about the government in China, including people who live in China. So not everyone goes along. Not everyone agrees with what happens. Just like here. You find a lot of people don't like what the government is doing here. Sometimes our government in this country do things that lots of people find annoying, upsetting, restrictive, especially during the past 16 months. Hello to Tiksha. Hello, Mr. Duncan and everyone. Happy 15 years. Yes, my official birthday for my YouTube channel is on the 31st of October, which means I only have 5 more of these. So there are only 5 more quick fix live streams, just 5 more. And of course, we are also including my Sunday live streams. We can add those on as well. So this Sunday I will be with you, and the following Sunday will be the actual anniversary, the 31st of October, which is my official birthday of this the thing you are looking at now. And I hope we can all have a good time on that day as well. Mayuri says, I think maybe for vegans it is difficult to survive in China. Well, you might be surprised because there are lots of large markets, lots of places where you can buy fresh fruit and vegetables. So I'm not sure about nowadays, of course, because I don't live in China anymore. But I think, yes, I think there are probably places where you can go and buy vegetarian food, and maybe places where you can buy meat products as well. I certainly saw lots of places selling vegetables when I was there, including the market that you saw in that video, which, by the way, does not exist anymore. It has completely changed. So now that outdoor market that you saw is now indoors. They actually constructed a building there. So everything that is there or was there has gone. And now it is indoors, inside a building. That's okay, Vlaxido. I don't take any offence to anything you say unless it's really, really, really bad. But I do understand your point of view. I do understand and I do accept your point of view as being your point of view. Isn't that nice? Hello also to Eva. Hello, Eva. Nice to see you here today. Ricardo says, I lived in China for a short period and it's an amazing country. And I will be the first if it's not now. It is an amazing place. As I said earlier, it's very easy to judge other nationalities or other countries, quite often from a point of view of having no knowledge or no experience of that particular place. However, it's very different when you actually immerse yourself, or if you go to that country and you live there for a long period of time, you suddenly have a different perspective. You see things that you recognize from your own country. Some people are happy, some people are well, some people are rich, some people are poor, although in the case of China, many people are poor or were. But the place I was living in, the city I was living in, has improved over the years. I know that for a fact. It has changed a lot. Hello also to Maroots. Nice to see you as well. Could you please visit my country, which is Poland, not very far away from here? One of the wonderful things about living in Europe is that you can hop around all of the countries and you don't have to travel too far. If you jump on an aeroplane, you can be in Paris in maybe an hour. You can fly to Paris and maybe just within 60 or 70 minutes, you can be in Paris, walking around Paris, saying bonjour to everyone. So one of the things I love about living in Europe is you can hop around Europe quite quickly. Or at least you used to be able to do that. But that's another story completely. Here is the second part of the video I showed you, and this is a continuation of my walk around the market that we saw earlier on, way back in 2006, 15 years ago.
This is mantao. It's a very special steamed bread, very popular in China. Many people cut this fresh every day in the street, as you can see over here. 你好，你好。 这个多长
1块钱3个。
？1块3个，3个1块。好了，我要3个。I'm gonna buy some mantou. 好了，谢谢。So I've got three mantou for 1块. Delicious. Very nice. Let's go. 这个多少
2块1斤，
？2块？
哎，2块
1斤
，1斤2块
？2块。
，2块，买点儿。好，
好。
要多少？
哎，对。
要多少？要多少？
I'm going to have no money left.
你要多少？
呃，
要1斤。好了。行，一俩就那么2块了。
2块？
哎，2块正好。还要啥？花瓜来点儿。
不是。
要啥？还要啥？
好了。
哎，好，不得拜。
拜拜。
拜拜，拜拜，不得拜，
拜拜。
拜拜。哎，好了。
I've got tomatoes, I have mantou, and I have Father Christmas. It's a very nice combination. Let's go.
妈妈真的好。啊。对啊，咱从那个看那个大礼物。
要海带，要多少？5块钱的。
Chicken over here. We have chicken. You want some fresh chicken? We have, if you look here, we have a selection of fish and many types of fish. Also fresh chicken. Look at that. You can see the chicken's feet sticking up in the air. Looks delicious. This is a more traditional market, but if you go to other parts of Baotou, you will see there are many places that have big department stores, and they are very posh places to shop. Also very expensive. So we have a last look at 51 Market in Qinshan, Baotou.
must say Mr. Duncan really lead us in a very rough road.
One thing you have to be careful of here, people riding bicycles. They ride bicycles everywhere, on the pavement, even around this marketplace. There are people weaving through the crowds, riding their bicycles. As you can see, if we look over this way, many people riding bicycles. So, that was our trip to 51 Market.
I hope you enjoyed that. Something very unusual. Even I was watching that and becoming quite engrossed. I can see that I've stirred a lot of conversation. A lot of conversation has been stirred today. I must admit, one of my greatest memories, one of my most treasured memories, is actually walking around that market. In fact, all of that video that you just saw is now like a piece of history, because that market no longer exists. So because of me going there and filming around that particular location, that place will always be remembered and alive. The sights and sounds, a very interesting and unique experience that I'll never, ever forget. Who was the man in that clip? That was me. Didn't you recognise me? We are going to take a look at one last clip in a few moments of me here in England, one of my very early videos that I filmed here in England after returning in 2007. We will be looking at that in a few moments as well. I will be back on Sunday, everything back to normal. I will be here, Mr. Steve will be here. We will all be sharing our love of English on Sunday, which of course means I'm not here tomorrow. I have to have a rest at least once a week. But I will be with you on Sunday, and then of course all of next week as well, from Monday to Friday. Mr. Duncan, the things you brought, were they sweet or savoury? Some of the things were sweet and some of them were savoury. I always remember the lady on the tomato stand, the lady selling the tomatoes, because I did go there again and buy some other things on other days. And the lady on the tomato stand, or on the stall selling tomatoes, she always recognised me and gave me a wave. So whenever I went past her stall, she would always give me a wave, and yes, of course, I would buy some vegetables from there as well. The cameraman was a very lovely guy named Winfried Zhang Wei, who is now living in Australia and working in a hospital as a nurse. He's been doing that for many years, so his life changed dramatically. I'm not sure if it was because of meeting me. I'm not sure about that. I can't take responsibility for that. But yes, that was my friend. And also, he is very good at using the camera. I was always impressed with the way Mr. Zhang Wei used the camera. So he was very good at doing that as well. Very different from here. The hustle and bustle of the place that you saw just is quite a contrast to where I live now, which is peaceful and quiet. Very different indeed. Quite different. I will be going in a few moments, but we have one last video to look at. This is when I went for an all-day breakfast. Who remembers this? A video filmed with myself, and also Mr. Steve was with me as well. So now we are going back in time to 2007.
Traditionally, breakfast is eaten in the morning. However, it is also possible to take breakfast at a cafe during the mid-morning or even the afternoon. We call this an all-day breakfast. Hi everybody, this is Mr. Duncan in England. Today we're going to a small village called Penkridge to take an all-day breakfast. I really like this sign. Today I'm going to eat an all-day breakfast. That means a breakfast that you can eat at any time. Sausages, egg, bacon, fried bread, toast, tomatoes. Believe you me, it's delicious. Here comes the toast. Wow.
looking for.
So here we go, as I said. We have toast. We have a beautiful, hot, lovely, delicious cup of coffee. And voila, look at that. A nice hot all-day breakfast with tomato, sausages, baked beans, bacon and scrambled egg. Delicious tomato ketchup. Blunk. Now you have to guess how many sugars I like to have in my coffee. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, it's true. I have 4 sugars in my coffee. I have a very sweet tooth. Look what I've got. It's a big sausage. Delicious. So now I'm going to enjoy my breakfast and I will say goodbye for now.
And that's it. Another memory. That one from 14 years ago. Can you believe it? I'm getting into trouble now. A lot of people saying, Mr. Duncan, you should not eat so much sugar. Well, you will be pleased to hear, since that video was made 14 years ago, I have reduced the amount of sugar that I consume quite a lot. So I don't have many cups of tea, I don't have many cups of coffee during the day, and I certainly don't have as much sugar as I did in that video. I'm trying to stay healthy. It is the new me. That is one of my early New Year resolutions for 2022. To get healthy, to stay healthy, and to be healthy is what I want. I will be back on Sunday, and yes, for those wondering who Mr. Steve is, you will see Mr. Steve on Sunday. He will be actually here with me on Sunday. And the mystery will be solved. It will be revealed in all its glory. Thank you very much for your company. I am going in a moment. Something slightly different today. I will be back with you on Sunday from 2 p.m. UK time. I will show you on the screen. There it is. So we have English Addict, our normal live stream on Sunday from 2 p.m. UK time. I hope you will join me then. We will have lots of fun. Mr. Steve will be here as well. I am going, and I hope you have a good Friday and a super Saturday as well. I think we might be going somewhere tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what Mr. Steve has planned, but we will definitely be with you on Sunday. I hope to see you then. This is Mr. Duncan in the birthplace of English saying thanks for watching today. I hope this has been interesting and also a little bit different as well. See you later. Take care. Have a good Friday. Have a super Saturday. And I hope we will join together and have a great Sunday right here on my YouTube channel. And of course, until the next time we meet, you know what's coming next. Yes, you do. Zaijian for now, which is, of course, ta-ta for now in Chinese.